Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Sunday edition of Cricket Happenings today. And in this part of the Sunday edition of Cricket Happenings, I'm going to have a look at the two matches which were today played in Group B in the Champions League T20 2013. And the first match was between Brisbane Heat and Trinidad and Tobago. And even though Trinidad and Tobago put only 135 for 9 on the board of 20 overs, they managed to bowl out the Brisbane Heat for 110 runs. So that was a very good effort, especially the spinners really came into the equation there. And Samuel Badri, Sunil Narine and also Ryan Emrith picked up wickets. They both picked, and Ravi Rampaul also picked up a lot of wickets. And in reply to Trinidad and Tobago's 135 for 9, which was built around Dinesh Ramadhan, who actually attacked the bowlers, because all the other batsmen failed. On the 135 for 9, Alistair McDermott was hit for 3 consecutive fours by Lendl Simmons, and after that Alistair McDermott, as you know, is the son of the former pace bowler Craig McDermott, and what he did is he actually ripped open the stumps of Lendl Simmons to give them the breakthrough. So he was gone. Bowled McDermott for 14 of 7 balls with 3 fours. Lewis contributing 19 of 19 balls with 4 fours. Darren Bravo was out for a duck to the bowling of Kemar Roche, and then it all took, as I said, the only player who played there was Dinesh Ramadhan, who went after the bowlers by cracking a lot of boundaries, and that's the precise reason the score reached 135, with Dinesh Ramadhan contributing 48 of 38 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. And then Nicholas Pooran disappointed today. Darren Ganga also was out for a duck. Sunil Narine was out for a 8. And Badri towards the end slamming 2 sixes in the final over to take 16 runs of the over. Stood at 15 not out of 7 balls, 2 sixes, 135 for 9 of 20 overs. The Trinidad and Tobago. As far as bowling figures are concerned, Hope said none for 10. He just bowled 1 over. Kemar Roche 1 for 29, but Alistair McDermott was the one who was the wicket taker. 4 overs no maiden, 4 for 37. Nathan Hodge 2 for 22 of his 4 overs. Cutting bowled 4 overs, 1 for 24, and 3 overs, 1 for 12 for Daniel Christian. As far as Brisbane Heat were concerned, they initially didn't have a good start. They lost James Hopes pretty early as he played on to a ball from Rampaul and saw that ball just roll on towards the stumps. And the bail fell, and he was gone for 4 of 9 balls. Then Peter Forrest was along with Burns. Now again, it was a similar story to what the Trinidad and Tobago did. The only difference being that Brisbane Heat lost the match by being all out for 110. Burns was the one who really gave the impetus, and he was there to make the highest score of 45 of 43 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. But other than that, there was not much of a resistance at all. In fact, the spinners were the ones who came in and started throttling the batsmen, and the batsmen started getting into their doom. Like Forrest was out for 16 of 21 balls with 1 4. Christian was out for 13. Lynn made 3. Hartley making 3, and then Cutting made 17 of 10 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. And the tail completely collapsed, like Sabak, Horrocks, Roche and McDermott contributing 3-0, 3-0 respectively, and 110 all out was the final tally. As I said, it was all they were looking good at one stage. If you see, at one stage, that was what the spinners did the damage. As I said, they were 76 for 2 at one stage, and after that it was 34 runs only added, and under the pressure they succumbed to being 110 all out. So 7 wickets had gone, 8 wickets had gone for just 34 runs. So that was not a good effort from the Brisbane Heat. They really need to work out as to how to play spin. Rampaul, who was also very good. Rampaul was the one who earlier provided the breakthrough, not only providing the breakthrough but also picking up early wickets and then coming at the end to polish off the tail. 3.4 overs no maiden, 4 for 14 for him. Samuel Badri, as usual, very impressive. 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 16. Emrith was right on target. 4 overs no maiden, 2 for 26. Lendl Simmons bowled 1 over for 9 runs. Ganga bowling 2 overs for 19. But Sunil Narine bowled well, 4 overs no maiden, 2 for 25. And Dinesh Ramadhan, the Trinidad and Tobago, was named man of the match. Now that I was wondering, like, why was that? But probably the reason being that I think yes, I mean he also picked up a lot of catches. In fact, in not only contributing that 48 valuable runs, which was a very, very winning effort, he also took a lot of catches behind the wicket. And that was the precise reason it was Dinesh Ramdin, the wicketkeeper, who was nominated the Man of the Match award. So that was the first ball. This was the first match in Group B, and it went to the Trinidad and Tobago. They played splendidly to win the match by 25 runs against the Brisbane Heat at the JSC International Stadium complex here in Ranchi. Now, the next match that I'm going to talk about is the Ranchi, as you know, is the home ground of the Chennai Super Kings captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And yes, Chennai Super Kings captain on his home ground today. His teammates actually won the match for him, with Chennai Super Kings putting up a good score of 185 for 5 it was Titans who actually batted first, and they put up 185 for 5 on the board of 20 overs. As far as the Titans innings was concerned, it was Captain Henry Davids at the top, contributing a very hard hit 52 of 43 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. They lost an early wicket, even though they got a good start from Jack Rudolph and Henry Davids, the captain. They lost Rudolph pretty early when he was run out for 21 of 17 balls. But after that, even though his loss was really, I would say, Titans' gain, as then after that the score really galloped. But if you look at it, the amount of runs scored was because of the fact that A.B. de Villiers was along with Henry Davids. And A.B. de Villiers, as you know, he's a very aggressive player, and Henry Davids was really just matching him stroke for stroke, and both of them really punished the Chennai Super Kings attack in such a fashion that if you look at the partnership, this partnership was worth almost 70 odd runs, so 76 runs added, which took the score to 122, with Davids cracking some big sixes of the bowling of Jason Holder and Ravichandran Ashwin. A.B. de Villiers going and giving cavalier treatment to Ravindra Jadeja, whose figures were absolutely spoiled because he could bowl only 3 overs, and Ravindra Jadeja leaked 49 runs of that 3 overs and took only 1 wicket. And as I said, this partnership added a lot of runs, because the 7th over was what Rudolph's wicket went, and after that the amount of runs that added, if you look at it, it is almost in 37 balls they carved 77 runs, and out of that, after that, then finally the wicket fell. The partnership was broken by Ashwin, as Henry Davids, trying to loft Ashwin, missed the line of the ball. Dhoni behind the stumps did the rest, and Davids was gone. 52 of 43 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. A.B. de Villiers continued that onslaught right till the end by contributing a very punishing 77 of 36 balls with 3 fours and 7 sixes. Behardine contributing 21 of 14 balls with 2 fours and 1 six, and in the end it was 185 for 5 on the board of 20 overs. Mohit Sharma 4 overs, none for 27, none for 25 for Jason Holder. Ashwin bowling 4 overs, costing him 36 runs and a wicket. Morkel bowled 1 over 8, but as I said, Ravindra Jadeja was taken to the cleaners. 3 overs, none for 40, 1 for 49. He had a dismal game, Ravindra Jadeja, not only with the ball, he also failed with the bat, making a duck. And Dwayne Bravo bowled 4 overs, no maiden to 34. As far as Chennai Super Kings were concerned, looking at the score of 185, it was looking like it's going to be a real match on hands. In fact, the Titans struck pretty early by getting rid of Murli Vijay pretty early, as Real of Vandermeer. In fact, A.B. de Villiers, looking at the score of 185, had the luxury of handing over the ball to Real of Vandermeer, and Real of Vandermeer immediately obliged by picking up Murli Vijay, who was clean bowled for a duck. So that made the score 6 for 1. And after that, in a similar way to what the Titans innings panned out, where A.B. de Villiers and Henry Davids, the captain, slammed the bowling, it was the turn of Suresh Raina to go after. Suresh Raina played a role what A.B. de Villiers played for Titans. Michael Hussey played the role of what Captain Henry Davids played for Titans, and both of them started really got the innings into top gear by putting up a partnership of 89 runs. If you look at it, we are looking at probably in 52 balls, 89 runs were smashed. Especially Suresh Raina was very belligerent, in the sense he was a belligerent innings, and he was pretty severe on anything short or wide, and he was not afraid to go over the top, and he hit a lot of 2 sixes and 5 fours in a knock of 47 of 28 balls with 5 fours and 2 sixes. And as soon as the partnership was really going great guns, and that was the time David Weiss actually struck by picking up the wicket of Suresh Raina for 47, and then the score. And after that, Hussey was there for a brief moment, but after he contributed 47, as like Raina left the scene of 26 balls with 7 fours and 1 6, was Scott de Villiers bowled Markle for 47, and 114 for 3 was the score in the 10th over. And after that, it was Dwayne Bravo and Badrinath in the middle. Badrinath was a very cool self, but Dwayne Bravo was really showing all his class, because he hit 2 sixes over extra cover. It was playing in the typical calypso style, and he went after the bowlers, and he kept on pushing the scoring along. And not only that, he just kept the pressure on. He kept up the pressure that was built by Michael Hussey and Suresh Raina over the Titans bowlers, and he made a very nice 38 runs of 26 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. Richards, the bowler, came in and picked up 2 wickets towards the end to just cause a sort of a flutter when he picked up Dwayne Bravo for 38. Mahendra Singh Dhoni slammed a superb 6 of the bowling of Richards. It was just taken, it went out of the screws and into the stands, and that was a very punishing stroke in the sense it was hit with lots of power, but Dhoni was out the very next ball as he was caught by de Villiers. A very nice catch taken by de Villiers of the bowling of Richards for 7, and Ravindra Jadeja, as I said, had a poor match. He was bowled by Richards for duck, but Badrinath was there. But even though Badrinath contributed a cool 20 runs of as many balls with 2 fours, Albie Morkel was the one who actually lent the finishing touches by hitting a boundary of the bowling of Richards, and he was not out on 4. 187 for 6 in the 19th over. Chennai Super Kings had actually won the match, and so Chennai Super Kings getting a victory here by 4 wickets over Titans with 7 balls remaining. The bowling figures: Real of Vandermeer, who started the bowling attack, 3 overs 1 for 25. Morkel bowled 4 overs 1 for 47. 3 for 29 for Richards. Longay 3 overs none for 34. Again was really carved, especially Suresh Raina went after him like a Mad Max, I would say. Like, he started hitting him all parts of the ground. And David Weiss 3 overs 1 for 29, and David's the captain bowled 2 overs for 23 runs. Suresh Raina for his very attacking innings was named man of the match. So tomorrow the fixtures that are coming up in the Champions League T20 matches are going to be, there are going to be 2 matches. One is in Group A, where the Lions are taking on the Perth Scorchers at Ahmedabad, and on the 5th match, Mumbai Indians will take on the Otago Wolves New Zealand, who have qualified, and this is the first match with the qualifiers that is going to be played. Sunrisers Hyderabad already played, so this is the second match. For Otago Wolves, the qualifiers would be playing their first match. And I think there are going to be 2 good matches tomorrow. And as usual, you can keep your eyes fixed on Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will be there to give you a full summary of both those matches. That's it from me, your host Ram, in this Sunday edition of Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you.